Hey guys, this is my second video on this. You never saw the first one, but enough about how bad I am at making these videos. Let's talk about smokes on Nuke, how Astralis use them, and why it's good to take a look at the pros playing Nuke, especially with how they use outside, because it is pivotal how you use these smokes outside to play out the rest of the round. As you can see by the title, there's one good round and two bad ones. Enjoy. We begin with Glaive here, as he's the main player outside making the mini play with the split, with Device, Dupree and Magisk preparing smokes so that he can sneak into mini without being seen. Those smokes, by the way, I'll demonstrate a moment after we get this round over. It's funny how this is a good round because they actually mess one up. As we keep it going though, Glaive is pushing into mini right now, and he's about to catch Nivera off guard and kill him, which allows for this split to actually take place and is the key part of it. Bubsky and Magisk begin to push on the site, making it really hard for RPK to hold it, of course. Glaive getting the kill, and that pretty much gives them the site and the round. So let's talk about this. Glaive is pushing outside, and Dupree, who's also joining him outside, he's got two flashes. So if Glaive isn't comfortable pushing this smoke right now, he could just request Dupree to flash anyone else off the angle. They also know that they don't really want to play up close or aggressive, or they're not picking it with AWP, because if you see in round 8, they don't actually smoke that cross. So they know there's no AWP in play, there's no one realistically watching outside aggressively. That's why Glaive's happy to push that. While all of this is happening as well, Bubsky is actually nading off Squeaky Door and smoking it, putting out their molly that they throw down, so it kind of feigns that it's actually going to be an inside rush. This is important because it actually pulls Nivera in from mini, and he watches Squeaky Door, so this really helps Glaive get that backstab in mini. This is also why those smokes are so late. I'm going to show you all these smokes now, but they're throwing these late smokes because they don't want them to think that they're taking outside control and they could be going down secret. They want Vitality to believe that they're actually doing a rush or any form of execution on A, where they're going to have to pay attention to the A site early in the round. All of this put together with Glaive doing the mini backstab allows the rest of the guys to just walk in through Hut and Squeaky and generally win the trades. Let's watch this back real time from Vitality's perspective. Naturally, we're going to start on Nivera because he takes contact in the form of them breaking off Squeaky and smoking it as well. He's the only one that really knows what's going on at the moment, or is getting kind of any sort of action, even though literally nothing's going on. So like I say, he's holding from back vent, watching Squeaky. He just wants to make sure he's inside so he can take care of the A site because of this A rush it appears to be, and dies. We then see Zywoo flash over for Apex to try and peek out, get any information, but he dies. And then RPK, stuck on site, gets pushed from two sides, he dies. Finally, we've just got Zywoo, and he just gets 2 kills, but because nothing else is going on, they actually call the save on this, and actually that makes sense, they want to save that AWP. You'll realise that me saying that out loud was very quick and very chaotic, and that was actually slightly, half second, milliseconds slower than how it happened real time, which is why it was such a good round for Astralis. Right, let's play through the next round. This is going to be when the smokes actually fail them. So we've got Glaive outside. He takes contact first, while I believe it's Dupree Magic's Device as throwing outside smokes. This is for a secret and ramp split. He takes contact with Apex and gets the kill, and then he backs off, you see, and Device goes forward. This is actually to show himself later on in lobby if anyone peeks, just to confuse Vitality and keep them on their toes. We go over to Shox now, and he's the closest one to defend B. Even though they're saying they're doing a secret split, or at least they're going down secret, they're happy just to leave Shox below. This is because Astralis actually miss a smoke, and Vitality have all the info that no one's crossing, or at least only one person has crossed. So they've just committed Shox to play pretty much close to vent so he can go A, but he's ready for maybe at least one person to come down secret. He's pretty confident that he's not going to get traded here, and that's exactly what happens. He picks up device. As a result of this, Zywoo then swings outside to get any more info, and when he does, he gets a kill and finds out there's no one else. Now Vitality can hear Astralis actually running down ramp, so they begin to rotate over to help B, and you'll find out that Shox is already deep on the site, as well as Zywoo. And from now on, it's just the terrorists getting pretty much squashed on site. Astralis have got 2 people to deal with, and Nevera flanking, it becomes pretty much unwinnable. Let's check out the smokes here. So we've got Dupree, he's throwing the fast smoke towards garage. He lines up with the truck underneath this window, just above the line, the second line, and jump throws. It's kind of eyeballing that one. It's not the easiest one, like look at a dark spot, look at this corner, yada yada. We've then also got Magisk. He's also in spawn. All of these are pretty much from spawn. He's lining up with the corner of the wall where you can no longer move when you're walking into it. Lining up at this point on the window, and this is also a jump throw. This is for the closest part of the smoke, and this one lands. Finally, we've got device in between these railings at the back left one, and I'm not entirely sure where he lines this up. It could be view model, it's just out in the middle, but it probably explains how he missed his smoke. Let's talk about why this missmoked really messed up Astralis on this round. It basically comes from Glaive's undecisiveness. As how the round plays out, you imagine that no one's going to be watching outside or secret, because when device gets down into secret, it's actually after the smokes have faded, because he's been so conscious about his own missmoke that an enemy could be in it. So now they've been wasting time, and as a result, they're trying to figure out what to do, and Device still makes it down, so all they've been doing is sitting in lobby so far. Now, when Device gets down there, Glaive also comes to join him outside. However, Device gets killed lower in the secret, so now Glaive's just outside thinking, okay, no one's been watching it the whole time, let's just smoke off Mini, because no one's been playing outside, and we can do a ramp wrap to heaven and hell, and see what we can do from there. But as you can see, 2 people just died because they don't know what to do anymore, and in the end they lose the round because Vitality figure out they can just stack the B site now because all they're doing is pushing ramp. As you can tell, this was the round before the one we analysed. The one we analysed was round 5, this is round 3. If this line of smokes is not failed, Glaive can do what he did in round 5 and he can push Mini, because at the moment, with where Zywoo is standing, he's not actually watching Mini once Nevera pushes off towards Hut. This means that they have the potential for Device to be down in secret much faster, and he will definitely be alive, and that's much earlier in the round. On top of this, early in the round still, we have Glaive potentially pushing Mini right now, who could have just caught Nevera off guard with how he rotated to Hut. As you can see, completing this line of smokes properly enables for the round to play out much more differently, because at the moment we have Device getting down into secret pretty much by luck, and then we also have Glaive trying to join him, but because the smoke was missed and Device wasn't down there faster, Glaive couldn't join him faster, and he tries to do something completely different in the round, which ends up getting him killed. At the end of the day, Astralis lost this round literally because of miss smoke. It began to play out like it was going to be a very versatile round from the T side, but because of this missmoke, they had to cancel whatever they had planned previously, and they just got picked off one by one, and eventually had the site stacked against them. Alright, so this round they failed to recognise who's AWPing, so they smoked something too late. In this case here, we have Zywoo and Shox AWPing when Shox has been AWPing the whole time. Device is actually lower right now, and he gets picked off by Zywoo on the AWP, and naturally they get ready to throw the smoke for lockers to block up the AWP sightline when Zywoo rotates over to lockers from ramp. But because Shox is AWPing as well, this smoke just comes too late for Dupree to clear garage and move on to CT, and it just gets Dupree killed in the end. Let's watch this from Shox's perspective now. We're fully aware that he's been AWPing ramp, as they've seen from the saves from previous rounds. And you can just see how late this smoke comes from Bubsky, so he's already at lockers. Dupree's dead and listen for it. It's only just plumed. Look at how late that smoke was. I know this is a small thing to falter them for, but at the end of the day, this is Astralis. They are probably the best with util, and that's what they're known for. I just think there's always something to take away from it. Just be aware who's AWPing, be prepared with your smokes. That's it.